It's been a tough first-round series so far as we move on to a crucial Game 6 in the Eastern Conference playoffs. From Amway Center in downtown Orlando, tonight the Orlando Magic taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Matt Cohen. Jay, you look at the Magic coming into play. They're in the driver's seat, leading 3-2 with a chance to close things out here at home.
And Ed, it just feels like them being at home in their own building, they know. This is the night they need to take care of business. This is their best shot. They don't want to face a Game 7 on the road. So I think it has to happen tonight if it happens at all.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Magic own the possession. To Fournier. Probing the defense. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Irving. Here comes the screen. To Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Aaron Gordon. Isaac. Here comes the screen. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. To Irving. Here comes the screen. Irving. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Short jumper, won't fall. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Hollis Jefferson. Takes stock of the floor. To Irving. Add 2 points to the board.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
To Vucevic. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Off the mark at the line. Augustine with it up top. 10-4 is the score. To Vucevic. Short jumper stays out. Kyrie across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Nice pass to get things going.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Vucevic. To Gordon. Five on the shot clock. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Irving. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
I'm the first to say I like the intensity as much as the next guy, but you gotta be smart. Early fouls like that may come back to haunt you later in the game.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Orlando has it. Screen coming. To Fultz. Surveys the floor. Cruises inside for two.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Substitution being made in this one. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Trying to cash in. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Rondae Hollis-Jefferson at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Unable to connect on the free throw. Fultz with the basketball. 9-point margin. From long range, Markelle Fultz forcing that one there. Well defended. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with
the
it.
one-round NBA playoffs 2020 games and highlights coming up next.
Cleans it up. One quarter in the books here in Game 6. Jay and I are back after this. It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Orlando ball. Fultz getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. That ball's out of bounds. Last touch by a Magic. Dinwiddie into the front court. His team up by 7. Rebound pulled in by the Magic. Screen coming. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Fultz into the front court. His team down 9. To Mo Bamba. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Off the mark. Fultz with the basketball. Right now, down 7. To Fournier. For 3. That's off the side of the rim, short. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And a nice finish at the rim. Now the Nets going to take a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Irving, down low to Jordan, and finishes strong.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Aaron Gordon. Yes, Aaron Gordon. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Dinwiddie. Screen coming. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
In the front court, it's Augustine. They trail by 7. Nothing going here on that drive. Fournier knocks it down from mid-range.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Here comes the screen. Short jumper misses. Gordon to Fournier. To Gordon. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Kyrie Irving. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Aaron Gordon. Short jumper off the mark. Into the front court, it's Irving. Up 5. To Jordan. From the painted area, won't go down. Augustine with the basketball. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one, count it. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. So, Game 6 now at the break. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets. The Magic were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead.
And it's easy to see how they got here. They're just settling for shots on the perimeter, and they're not making an effort to challenge the interior defense.
First half stats. player of the half.
Kyrie Irving has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Augustine with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. Short jumper stays out.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Jordan. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
And he'll go to the foul line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Irving into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Screen coming.
Game 6 Los Angeles Lakers 5-5 Portland Trail Blazers 3-6 final.
Looking good. 4 for 5.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Irving with the basketball. Leads 5. Beyond the arc for 3. Rebound comes to Vucevic. In the front court, it's Augustine. He'll run the offense. To Fournier. Doesn't get the bounce. Kyrie Irving. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Magic basketball. Fournier. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The
Game 6 Minnesota
and the effort
Timberwolves
is off the
2-9
charts.
Los Angeles Clippers 3-4 final.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce. The follow won't go either. Knocked loose. Nets have it. They've recovered it. To Hollis Jefferson. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. He's now 5 for 6.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
To Hollis Jefferson. Irving. To Jordan. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
5 to shoot for Orlando. Gordon shoots, can't connect. Has a look. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Now a whistle, and Orlando is going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
Game 5 Orlando Magic 5-6 Brooklyn Nets 5-0 final.
New blood coming in for both sides. Trying to cash in. Deep two there, won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Magic have it. To Vucevic. To Mo Bamba. Curling inside. Not that time. Dinwiddie into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. And a two. Counted at the rim for DeAndre Jordan. Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end, and the Nets enjoying some breathing room. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Goes to the left side. Irving. Great defense, forcing the miss. Slam dunk for Jonathan Isaac.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Here's Irving into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Nothing going here on that drive. Cleans it up. Ah, scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's the DJ we all know and love.
To Vucevic. Isaac. Here comes the screen. To Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba powers it through. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Kyrie Irving for two. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it... He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Short jumper off the mark. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jonathan Isaac trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Can't convert the free throw.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
LeVert with a shot, no good. DeAndre Jordan sends it away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Jordan. Finish that. Fournier to Gordon. Has a chance? Yes, Aaron Gordon. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Up by 6. To Jordan. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Nets have it. To Jordan. Nikola Vucevic. Huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Isaac. To Aaron Gordon. Here comes the screen. Rebound comes down to Brooklyn. Dinwiddie into the front court. His team on top by 8. To Jordan. Nothing going here on that drive. Jordan. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. That's a 24-second violation. Fournier. To Vucevic. Has a look. Not that time.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
It's the Nets who are victorious. And they're moving on to the second round of the NBA playoffs. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. When you look at these highlights, you can see how this team was able to earn the victory in this matchup. Great game by this squad. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Brooklyn Nets. The Magic didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Orlando Magic.
Game stats. Player of the game.
DeAndre Jordan could not have been better defensively. The way he blocked shots and stole the ball today is what makes for an all-NBA defensive first-team player.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.